All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to this information call where we're going to be diving deep into the X39 patch. And just so you know, my name is Melissa Cadieu. I will be co-hosting this call with An Chow, who is here. Together, we're going to riff off of each other and we are going to share more about this powerful patch that you may have heard about. And you're here because someone may have invited you because they care about you, or maybe because they love you, or maybe you have a spark of curiosity around what these patches are all about. Either way, we're grateful for your time for you to be here. So we're here and we're going to learn about this new technology, a patented wearable light technology that is changing lives and healing so many people. And so for this call, it's an information call, it's an educational call around the X39 and Lifewave and the company. And we're going to talk about the product, the industry, of course, the company, and all kinds of different things here to see if this is something that is an alignment for you, if it's something that you want to get involved with, if it's something you want to continue to keep wearing. And we'll also share about briefly at the end about the business opportunity that's here if you want to share this with others. And An and I will go over a slideshow as I know we all learn differently. So we'll have a little slide deck presentation. But before we open that up, I do want to just give a disclaimer for everyone. And that disclaimer is that we are not here to diagnose, to treat, to mitigate any kind of disease, any kind of medical conditions. We're not doctors here. This is all just for educational purposes, and this is an invitation for you to come and learn and explore. And also throughout later on in the presentation on the call, I'll give you some resources on how to dive deeper to get more specific around what might be happening in your life and in your own health. So then you can tie that together with this patch and you can make the right choice for yourself. We just can't necessarily dive into the specifics here. And so An and I, our invitation today is as you listen to us share and speak about this, we invite you to think of others in your life, to extend your mind beyond your own stuff and think of those you know who may need some support, some extra support, because we are here on a mission and we have a vision to get as many people here as healthy as possible and thriving. As we know, there's lots going on in this world, and it is our birthright to feel great and to live our best life, to live our dream life. And so with that being said, let's get into the slides. So An, if you can share the slides and we'll get right into it. And so I'm going to make sure that you all can see that before I continue on. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see? Yep. Okay, thank you. All right, great. So you may have heard this line before. Have you been patched yet? And so we're going to talk about, like I said, the X39 patch. And if you look at my tiny little box where I am, if you can see, this is what the X39 patch actually looks like. It's on that woman's arm in the presentation. For reference, that's how big it is. And you would just peel off the back. And I'm just going to peel off the one side and you would place it on your body just to give you a little visual of what that looks like. And so this is that non-transdermal patch that we'll be talking about. And, optimal health can truly be yours, right? So this patch is a new approach to improving the way that your body fosters the flow of energy. And this is going to help improve strength, stamina, sleep, recovery, and so much more that we'll dive into later on this call. And this patch, this works in the quantum realm via light to change the environment around the body at a cellular level in the actual mitochondria to optimize that flow of energy. So this has an epigenetic effect, meaning it helps to change the gene expression, which of course changes everything. And this happens in an instant. It's truly incredible. And so what we're looking at here, we're elevating, we're activating, we're regenerating the energy in the body, and we're activating our own dormant stem cells, which is so key to remember. We're activating our own dormant stem cells. And just to go over, just essentially, we have essentially two different kinds of cells in our body. So we have the differentiated cells. So those are the cells that have already become the cells, like the cells for the organs, for the tissues, and the different systems. So they're differentiated cells. And then we also have stem cells, right? So the stem cells are the universal pluripotent cells that are essentially like shapeshifters. And these stem cells can shift and become differentiated cells, can become cells for your liver or your thyroid or your brain or your uterus or whatever it is that your body needs. And you can go to the next slide. And so why would you even consider wearing the X39 stem cell activation patch, right? So what happens over time is that the stem cells in our body, they start to degenerate and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not regenerating, they're not repairing. And when we start to age faster and faster. So on the slide here, it says the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging. And so at the age of 30, only half of your stem cells are active. And then at the age of 60, you lose almost all stem cell activity, right? And this is what's happening. And you start to experience the different symptoms of aging, like maybe slower recovery, inflammation in the body, gray hair, less collagen. There's a whole plethora of things that happen as we start to experience the symptoms of aging. And of course, not to mention, there is so much more that contributes to that in terms of the external influences in our lives that contribute to the aging process. Stress, the foods that we eat, the quality of food is a little different these days, or the quality of water. There's potentially a lot of uncertainty in the world. Like we're in very interesting times. So all that stuff does contribute to this, the symptoms of aging. And of course, our mindset contributes to that, our beliefs, our perceptions, our emotional landscape. And so if you think about all of the extra things we might be doing in our life to like slow down that aging process, if you think about the different supplements that we're taking, we have potentially different prescriptions. Maybe we're taking things to help us wake up or to stay awake or to stay energized. Maybe we're taking things to help us sleep, or things for inflammation, or things for pain, or for focus and clarity, anxiety, things for depression, or collagen supplements, hair growth, maybe even to the extent of stem cell injections, right? There's just so many options out there, and all these different gadgets and things that are out there and going on. So we need to look at all of these things and take it all into consideration when we're looking at our health journey, because it all plays into the big picture of how things are going to pan out for us. And so this is very much like an individual journey, like how we degenerate is very unique to us. And then also how we regenerate is also very unique to us as well, right? So if we look at whatever potential supplements we might be taking, or prescriptions, and all of these other things I mentioned above, because when you start to learn about what happens when you activate this peptide, and we'll talk about the peptide that's activated with this, the GHKCU, we'll go deeper into that. This is all about the repair and regeneration. And so you might start to realize that a lot of the things that I mentioned above will start to fall by the wayside, because there are many changes that can happen in your body naturally when it could start to heal itself as it's meant to. We are meant to heal ourselves. And this tool, this patch, is here. And it is a tool to help our body's intelligence start to guide and heal itself. So the degeneration and the aging process can actually be reversed. And that is what we are talking about here today. So if you go to the next slide, I can just touch on how that's not the next slide, how the activation patch actually works. And so as I showed you here in the screen, this is I think it's going to be the third slide on. This is the actual patch of what it looks like. And if I peel off the little backings, yeah, so how does the activation, yeah, that's it. Perfect. You'll see here in my little box here, there is a crystal lattice structure. So on the outside is like a band-aid, but on the inside, this is a patented technology. Can you go up one slide? Perfect. And that is completely sealed. So nothing ever leaves the patch to go into your body. So once you place the patch on your skin, from that this crystal lattice structure that is formed in the center, it's made up of organic nanocrystals. So not like crystals that you find around your home, but just like all organic materials. And when you place it on your body, this is what starts to activate. It sends low levels of light into your body and it starts to elevate that copper peptide that we mentioned, the GHKCU, which we'll go deeper into. And this is what's starting to reactivate your own dormant stem cells. So this is formulated to activate a specific tripeptide which resets thousands of genes. So it's resetting a third of your genome to a younger, healthier state. And so there's these immediate short-term benefits with wearing the patch. And then over time, the body will start to produce even more stem cells, like a compounding effect. And that is absolutely huge. And if you're there, could you go to the next slide and I'll talk about how this actually works. So, like I said, our bodies emit infrared light and heat. And once you place the patch on the body, so you can place the patch anywhere, that's what's going to reflect the light. And it's set to a specific frequency attuned to the GHKCU, that copper peptide. And so, yeah, so our patches are designed to return this infrared energy when placed on the body, causing them to reflect a frequency back to the skin that promotes production of the special copper peptides, GHKCU. And we can go to the next slide here. And we'll just touch on what is phototherapy, because essentially this is phototherapy, right? And we are changing the body's chemistry here with light. And this has been around for thousands of years. This process is called photobiomodulation. This photobiomodulation has been around since the 19th centuries. And at the bottom of the slide here, you'll see that the ancient Greeks had a center for studying the effects of different colored lights on the body, promoted health by focusing sunlight through colored glass on certain areas of the body. So this has been around for thousands of years, but specifically, scientifically, phototherapy has been around for the last 100 years. And so there are many forms of different scientific therapies, light therapies, such as laser therapy, there's blue light therapy, there's red light therapy. And this patch, our X39 patch, has no plugins. Like, you don't plug it into anything. It's completely non-invasive. It's non-electrical, and it is very gentle, and it is amazingly effective. So what I will do now is hand it over to Anh, if you're ready, so that she could take us deeper and explore and explain what GHKCU is and some of the effects that you can experience when wearing the X39 patch.
Okay. So thanks, Melissa, for all of that. I feel like I'm just learning too. So as you can see and feel, our X39 patch is one of a kind, and this is a wearable, affordable stem cell technology. There is not a technology like this out there, and there won't be, because this is globally patented. And it took David Schmidt over 10 years to develop this technology and to coming into balance and harmony. And he has over 70 patents globally just in stem cell science and regenerative medicine. And that is really like his field of interest. And the copper peptides that the patch is elevating, it acts as a gene modulator, meaning it will reset our genes to a younger state. And then we're going to go into the benefits even deeper. So the patch is clinically proven to provide the body with a level of health and vitality that um, we've never seen before. And there are books written on copper peptides. It's in skincare. You can Google it. And also later on, Melissa is going to share a website where it's going to have all of the clinical studies if you choose to dive a little bit deeper. So, how do you wear it? You wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. We really want to match this with the circadian rhythm of our bodies. So, the patch is actually effective for 24 hours. However, we only want to wear it for 12 hours because what we don't want is to cause attenuation, which just means the body will stop responding to the stimulation and the activation of the copper peptide. So what I like to do is I like to share it with my pet, with Violet, which you probably saw on camera, who also has a tummy ache. So what you can do is you can just wear it on for 12 hours. You can see mine right here. I'm wearing it here. It works systemically, so it doesn't matter where you put it, even though you see it here on the back of the neck or the lower belly. And then you would just repeat the next day and you would put on a new patch, and it creates a compound effect. So we want to be consistent. It's really important to be consistent. And where it says you can wear more than one patch at a time is actually referring to the other patches that are available within Lifewave. And then, of course, it's really about our lifestyle too. So proper hydration, eating nutritiously, and having a healthy lifestyle that supports you. Actually, what do I want to say about this? This one. Okay, so people that are using X39 have experienced an immediate effect. And so let's say you have an acute injury. And when we have an acute injury, we will have an inflammatory response. So if you want to be able to heal from the chronic health condition or the injury, then you have to get the inflammation under control so that the stem cells can get in there and repair the damaged tissue. And that's where the copper peptide can support us because it's going to be part of reducing the inflammation and managing it. And it's going to make the stem cells act and behave like younger, healthier cells, and it's going to allow the stem cells to go to where it's needed to go in the body. So elevating copper peptide has, of course, enormous benefits, and we'll go deeper into that in a minute. But additional support for inflammation will, of course, be nutrition, supplementation, our lifestyle, meditation, and of course, we have the Eon and glutathione patches that could support too. All right, so here are the juicy benefits. So more energy. This is definitely something that I noticed. And so when you have this ability to have like your life force energy available to you as in this younger state, you're going to feel more creative, and you may notice when you start to wear it that you'll feel less tired and fatigued. Your sleep will dramatically improve. Most people have reported that their sleep is deeper and longer. And then there's also a dramatic pain relief. So many people have noticed a reduction in pain within minutes of application. And again, this also connects back into the inflammation support too. So really wanting to make sure that we get our inflammation under control. Wrinkle reduction. This is definitely a bonus as someone who's 41. So it activating our stem cells leads to an increase in collagen in the skin, which decreases the appearance of lines and wrinkles. And this can take a period of 4 to 12 weeks. X39 also improves our sports performance and recovery after exercise. So even if you're over the age of 50, they're noticing that they're starting to feel much younger and recovering like they were in their 20s. And then scar reduction, activating universal cells, also known as stem cells, in the skin leads to a phenomenon called remodeling, and this will reduce the appearance of scars. wound healing. So, clinical research has proven that the elevation of the organic compound causes stem cells to elevate production of growth factors, leading to a dramatic increase of wound healing. So, the X39 supports the natural wound healing process. And then youth renewal and age reversal. So, the copper peptide has been clinically proven to rewrite thousands of genes in the DNA to a younger state. So this is supporting us in vitality, but then also in age reversal. And so you've received all of the kind of benefits, some of them anyway, a few of them. And I also want to add the nervous system support and living in balance and harmony, because once we start to feel in balance and harmony, elevating our copper peptide and activating our dormant stem cells, we're able to create life from this place, right? So we're not in pain, we're not in any kind of mild, I'll say the word, suffering. And so this is really what activating our light can do. And how it shows up for is going to be uniquely different because we are all so unique. And yeah, I'm going to ask you to hold in the back of your mind how activating your life could support you. And then I think, yeah. And so this is where Melissa will come back in.
Thank you, Anh. Yeah, there's such a broad range of benefits that come with the X39, and it's really super unique to you. And like I mentioned earlier, your body's intelligence is going to guide to where you need the stem cells the most. And so those are some of the effects and the benefits that you can experience with the X39. And if you wanted to do a deeper dive and go down the rabbit hole of X39, you can write this website down, www.startx39.com. It is a whole rabbit hole. And there's a 55-page document that goes into the science and the whole story and the history of the X39, and that's called The Story of X39. So that's a great resource if you're someone that likes to really get into it. Okay, perfect. So as Anh is getting the slide back up, I'm actually going to just touch on David Schmidt one more time, just because he is so amazing and I want that to be in the recording. So if you go to the David Schmidt slide, as I mentioned, he is the owner, the founder, he's the inventor, he's the CEO, he is the scientist. There we go. So he has over 150 different patents, and he is a two-time recipient Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. This company, Lifewave, has been around for 20 years. So he started Lifewave in 2004. And as I was saying, David Schmidt is a man of such integrity, and he is heart-led. He's a visionary. He's a very brilliant man. And one of the things that I love what he says, that I've watched him on interviews, and that's something that you can do as well, is watch some of his interviews and you can really feel into him yourself. And he says, I'm not an inventor. I'm actually just simply a channel for, he used the word divine. You can use the word God. You can use the word universe, whatever word resonates for you. But he's got a very exciting vision for Lifewave, and it's very exciting to see what he has in store. So if we go to the next slide, I will talk more about the company. So as I mentioned, it is a 20-year-old company. They do have other amazing patches, but we're just talking about the X39 today, as that is the patch that came out a few years ago. And as Anh mentioned, it took David Schmidt 10 years to create this patch, and $4.5 million. And so the company went from a $20 million company to now it's over 320 million in the last 3.5-4 years. That stat is from last summer. So the company is even skyrocketing even beyond, just because of the effect that the X39 is having on people, and just, people's testimonials and how it's working. And this industry, the stem cell industry, is very, very hot, right? And so there's a line here that said recent 30% growth this summer within 1 month. That was from last August. The company exploded up 30% in 1 month, which is huge. And Lifewave is now open in over 80 countries, and they have 9 offices around the world. They have 2 manufacturing centers and 12 just distribution centers around the world. And everything is made in David Schmidt's medical grade labs, and he has full control over distribution, which is why he never closed down during the lockdowns and all of that. So if you go to the next slide, we'll just touch on how it is patented technology. This is not a Me Too product like most companies, and that just means like it's not something that someone can go and mimic, like skincare or supplements or hair care, weight loss, all of that stuff. We're not in direct competition with any of these products. X39 will help with those things like the weight loss and the skincare and the hair and all of that. And there's other patch companies that are slowly coming out, but there's nothing out there like this, like X39. There's nothing out there like this. As I mentioned, it took David 10 years to make this and over like $4.5 million to produce this one signal that produces the GHKCU. So there's absolutely no competition at all. And if we go to the next slide, I'll touch on just the stem cell industry, the potential of the biologics industry. So these therapies, like stem cell therapies, are becoming more popular. People are realizing the importance of healthy stem and specialized cells. The industry is exploding from $200 million expected to go to $30 billion. So yeah, the industry is definitely hot, and we're not putting anything into our body, but we are enhancing it in a biological way that's helping the body produce stem cells. And these are the very things that people are extracting from the body and trying to re-inject it back in to get the results that we're getting, but we're doing it completely naturally and non-invasive, completely non-invasive and in an affordable way. You know, I'm not sure if you know much about stem cells, but people will go out and get these stem cell injections, which costs thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and they are not even guaranteed to work. So if you go to the next slide, I'll just talk about, you know, how do I even get started? How do I get these patches and how much are they? You know, spoke about it being an affordable way to receive this kind of light therapy to activate your own dormant stem cells. Well, there are a couple of different pathways to get you started with the patches. The first way is to become a retail customer, and the retail customer gets you one sleeve. So a sleeve looks like this. If you look at my little window, my screen, and each sleeve has 30 patches in it, 1 month supply. And so if you got retail, that would give you 1 month of this for $149.95 USD. And then that's for 1 month only. And then you can, get on an auto ship and it'll send you each month. This one is not my personal favorite, but I want to tell you about that option because then you're going to end up paying shipping each month. And for me personally, I like to have my supply on me. And also there are better options with better value. So most people get the wholesale pricing, and there's a starter kit that's called the silver pack. And the silver kit gets you 3 months supply of 3 sleeves of the X39, and you get 3 for the price of 2. And they get shipped to you all at once. So that kit is $299.95 USD for the 3 months. And then you can always add on an auto ship to that so that you have your patches coming each month. So that is the most popular option. That's the starter kit. And then the next option up, there's 2 more options that I'll talk about here today, is the gold kit. And the gold kit is good if you have a family or you want to share the patches. This gets you 5 months of the X39, 5 sleeves. And you also get a free sleeve of one of the other patches that Lifewave has. They have lots of other amazing, powerful patches. So you get one extra one for free. And this is, like I said, great for families. And this is for the price of $499.95. And again, it all gets shipped to you at once. There is one more package that I will just mention. I also just wanted to say Lifewave does suggest for every 10 years of life to this is for you like starting out and just to see how the patches show up for you. For every 10 years of your life, you want 1 month's supply of patches. So for example, if you're 50 years old, you would want to be on the patches for at least wearing them for at least the first 5 months to really give it that chance to see how they show up for you. So this is why I'm sharing the different options and the bigger packages. So the biggest package is the diamond package, which gets you 19 sleeves of X39. That's over a year and a half supply. This is great if you have a massive family or if you want to share. This is also considered like the business package, and that's for $15.99. And that drops the price down to $85 per sleeve. So I'm just letting you know all of these options. Of course, you can get back to the person that brought you here to really see which path would be the best for you. The benefit of getting the wholesale pricing, the packages, is one, you get better pricing and you get it all shipped to you all at once. And also you will get your own affiliate link that you don't ever have to use, but it just comes with it. And you have that potential to share if you want. And that's something that ends up happening naturally over time. If the patches feel in alignment for you and you're wearing them, you're using them, you start to feel and notice different effects in the body. Your skin starts to glow. You might have more tone, like whatever it is, people start to notice and they say, what are you doing? Something's different about you. And then naturally you tell them what you're doing. And then they're like, well, I want to learn about it. I want to get some. And so this is something that ends up turning out to be like an organic process where people get curious. And then if you want, you have the option to share your link. Again, it's not necessary, but it comes with it. And you can take that as far as you'd like. And if you go to the next slide on, we have a beautiful team, a supportive team here. And like I said, you can take that as far as you'd like if you did want to look into that opportunity of sharing the patches. And you can create an income stream to cover the cost of your patches. You can create an income stream to an additional stream for your family, or go through the whole entire and create legacy money if you wanted to. And my point in sharing that is that we have so much support here if that is the route that you want to go. And this is the website called build331.com. And it's a step-by-step process of how to build your business. And if you did want to, if you were curious about the business part, you can always go onto this website and learn and dive deeper into the compensation plan, as there are the linear model of like you enroll, you share the patches and you get a direct commission. And then of course there's the whole leveraged model where you get passive residual income. And again, you can take that as far as you want. And the other thing I'll just say about that is that Lifewave does pay out 60% in commissions, where most companies pay 40%. David Schmidt is very generous. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that you're not alone in this, and there's support all along the way. You can take that as far as you want to, or not at all. So what I will do is pass the word back over to Anh. She's still here. Yes, fabulous. Take it over to you, Anh.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. You did a lot of talking. I just realized I was like, oh, she did a lot. Okay. So we just want to open up the space for any questions. And curious, just as you've been listening, how you feel activating your light. Like, how could that change your life? What do you feel? How do you feel like this technology can support you and the ones that you love and the people in your life? And then feel free to pop in the chat, or if you'd like, come off mute and ask your any questions. If there are any questions.
I'll share some testimonials.
Okay.
I know half of you from the Healy community, and my dad is 90 and has a pacemaker and is on blood thinners, so he can't use the microcurrent of Healy, but he has been able to use the patches. And what he has noticed is better sleep, not napping as much during the day. And then I've also been using them for 8 months, 10 months, something like that. It's been a while. I banged my toe maybe 2 weeks ago. I thought I broke it. I ran the Healy on it, but I've been wearing the patch on my foot. And I don't think I broke it now. So I'm like, is it all the regeneration? But it definitely recovered much different. You hear people who break a toe and can't, like you can't do anything for it. But I don't have, I mean, I have a little pain every now and again, but I really have so much movement in my foot and toe. So, and then to Melissa's point about the radiating, like I just saw someone the other day and I had two people one day and they're like, you're just radiating. I was like, really? Thanks. So I'm definitely feeling that. I wanted to confirm that with what you were sharing from the presentation. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, um, David Schmidt has also shared that there is a bioelectrical effect. So he has this device, this technology. It's called, what is it, biopulsar? I forgot the name of it, but it shows like how your field, your auric field, how it changes once you start within 5 minutes. So it's really, really incredible. So Nicole shared, activating my own light means that I get to activate others' light. There's nothing more meaningful to me. I only share with others what I personally believe in. My family and friends are also wearing the patches after sharing how my own light has been activated. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah,
I see that Renata is here. I know Renata, that's my mom. Are you available to share? You have a really amazing testimony. If you're not comfortable with it, that's fine. But I just wanted to call you in. Maybe she's not around. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Um, okay. Hi. Sorry, I'm busy with my granddaughter and everybody else in the morning, but yeah, I do have an amazing testimonial. When Melissa introduced me to the patches not quite a year ago, I had really, really bad backaches. And since I've been wearing them, I have no backaches. I feel amazing. I have energy. And I noticed last month or two, my skin feels so amazing. It's glowing and it's like plumpier. I don't know how to say it, but I'm 62 and I don't think I look like I'm 62. Maybe today I do. But anyway, no, it's amazing. And my whole family is wearing it. Like my son is wearing the patches. My husband's wearing the patches. I put patches on my mom. Sometimes I put them on in the evening at night when I'm finished wearing them because she's very sensitive. So it itches her and then she takes it off. Like she doesn't realize what she's wearing. But yeah, she feels good. And also we use patches on my dog and he's almost 16 and still going. So, and he's got back end issues. Yeah, so I have been sharing with people, but sometimes it's hard. People don't, maybe they had bad experiences or something, but this one I 100% believe in it. I feel amazing, so that's all I can say. So I hope that's okay. So
That's great, Mom. Yeah, you just for reference, my mom had 20 years of back pain, like chronic back pain, and we can't name them and diseases and things like that, but you can imagine some of the things that come with the back pain and completely gone. Like she'll just like go to me and be like, "Look, Melissa, I can twist." Like, she's working out, so it's just like that to me is everything. So thank you, Mom.
and energy. I have so much, like I go all day, go, 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 go. And before, like through half day through, I was like exhausted.
Mhm.
So now I'm happy for that too. It's a major, major thing for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
amazing. Do we have any additional shares?
Or questions?
Questions? I know we can't share other people's testimonials, so I wish I could have my mom on here. Maybe one day. So if we don't have any more questions or shares, we can just close the call. How do you feel, Melissa?
Yeah, we can close it up and
Okay,
You
great.
can always reach out to the person that invited you here and ask more of your questions privately if you want, and just get back to the person that invited you. Oh, something's here. Okay, yeah. So someone says, curious about what the patch has done for people who are recovering from cancer treatments. All right. Yeah. So as mentioned earlier, we can't make any sort of medical claims. And so there are a lot of testimonies that you can find around that. And again, maybe ask the person that invited you to guide you towards there's some really powerful testimonies around that. And what you can also do, I'm not sure if you were here for the earlier part, is go to pubmed.com, type in GHKCU, that copper peptide, GHK-CU, copper peptide. And there's so much science around that peptide that you can type in specific with what you're looking for, like cancer, and see the research that's out there. And so the patch, right, is elevating GHK-CU. So you can tie that together. Hopefully that helps. And then we have, thank you for sharing. Appreciate you all. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome. Okay. PubMed.com. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We appreciate you all so much. And again, please refer to the person that sent you here. And we look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.